Yo, this is Kevin at Cross Culture Christian, helping you cross the gap between your life and the good life. Okay, I'm so sorry. That's disorienting, my bad. All right. So I'm a youth pastor, but I also teach middle school Bible. There's a school that's connected to the church that I serve at, so I spend half of my time teaching Bible to these kids, and it's been great. So this is part 2 of a 4-part series that I'm going to be doing on worldview or worldview formation. It's crazy because according to sociologists who study Generation Z, worldview formation is pretty much done by the age of 13. It's crazy. So I was like, you know what? Instead of just teaching them stuff from the Bible, about the Bible from the Bible, that's confusing. Stuff about the Bible from the biblical perspective. There we go. I was like, you know what? What if I expose these kids to worldviews and different worldviews and how we even construct a worldview, and also talking about Christianity through the perspective of a worldview. Part 1 was great, so check it out. I think link here or there. Yeah, check it out. Stick with me till the end of the video. I'm gonna be basically recapping it. Okay. All right. So let's get to it. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all good? Yes. Awesome. So I want to just jump into this thing really quick because there's going to be a lot of content, but hopefully it'll be good because we're going to have some time for discussion and all that good stuff. Let's recap from last week. What did we talk about last week? Any insights? Worldview. Okay, what about the worldview, Jack? Or whatever you wanted to say. My bad. Okay. Titus? Yeah, so it's not what you see, but what you see what? So with, right? Like the glasses. It's not what you see, but what you see with. We talked about that. Anybody else? I did compare the worldview to something else. Do you remember? Worldview was like a what? A map or like a GPS? A GPS, there we go. Yeah, remember GPS? We talked about Google Maps and Wazi or Waze or however you call it. We talked about 3 things. We talked about a worldview is a good worldview if it's usable, if it works, and the last thing, I don't know if you remember, if it's, let's see, who knows? What is that? It takes you to the right place, very close. That is, what's the word start with? Accurate. Yep, exactly. It's accurate. It's accurate. What you see in the GPS is basically what you see in the real world, right? So today, I want to talk to you guys about the parts of a worldview. Because here's the thing. Any worldview or any GPS, in this sense, the thing that helps us to move forward and helps us to understand ourselves and other people and our world better, has a lot of different parts to it. Just like the human body is made up of like different parts, like hands and feet and all these different things. You have different parts that make up a world view. Now, there are so many different parts that make up a worldview. You can go, if you were to be in college or if you're doing your graduate studies, your doctoral studies, you'll have probably like 10 or 15 different categories, right? But for the sake of us, okay, hopefully this makes sense. We'll have about what, 6 categories, 6 parts of a worldview. Now, before we even go, I'm going to pass these things out. Let's see. So I'm going to go through this really quick, and after that we're going to watch a video, actually 2 videos, and we're going to do some group activities, and it'll be hopefully fun. Now, so the first part of the part that makes up worldview is what? Will you read this one? Is purpose. Now, purpose is basically the questions that deal with like, okay, what gives somebody purpose? Like what makes their life more meaningful? What makes them happy? Okay, so those are the things that are dealt with the issue of purpose. It's basically to answer the question, why? Like, why do I exist? Like, why do I even, like, do I matter? And if I do, why? Like, why am I going to school? And why am I doing all the things that I'm doing? So those are the questions that we deal with purpose. Second thing is ethics. Raise your hands if you know what ethics mean. Any guesses of what ethics mean? Levi. What is good and bad? Okay. That is, yeah, what is good and bad is definitely probably one of the best ways to understand it. Like ethics, what is good and bad? If you're in a situation, if you're in a place, how do you figure out what's the right thing to do and what's the wrong thing to do? Because here's the thing, we assume that what's right and wrong is the same wherever you go. But let's just say if you were to go to Sri Lanka, where I grew up and where I was born, some of the things that you think are totally fine would be absolutely rude in Sri Lanka. And vice versa. If someone from Sri Lanka were to come here and do certain things or say certain things, it would have been really bad. The other thing is truth. How do you know what's right and wrong? Sorry, that's ethics. Truth is basically how do you know what you know? Like what's knowledge, and how do we basically figure out what is true? What are the things that help you understand, like if you were to read something or write something and like, okay, I believe that that's true or that's not true. The other thing is destiny. What's destiny? Destiny is what, let me ask you that. What do you think is destiny? What are the questions that you deal with destiny? What is your goal for the future? That's close, yeah. That probably deals with the purpose. But destiny, I think that deals with the destiny as well to an extent. Jack. Potential of humans, okay? I think that's a question that deals with destiny as well, right? One of the main priorities or the main ideas of destiny is where am I gonna go or what's gonna happen to me after I die? Like where am I headed? Like is there a place that I'm gonna go after I'm dying, or is there a destination? Like does the journey, is life a journey, or is it something else? Or so that's destiny. Where am I headed, right? And then origin. What's origin? The beginning. Anything else? How did it all start? Like how did life begin? How did I begin? How did the earth or the universe, the cosmos begin? So that's questions regarding origin. The technical word for that is cosmology. You know, it's just the study of the cosmos. Like how did everything start? Like what do we? And it's a fun topic. Actually, in college, I took a class called astronomy. That's basically what we studied. We just basically studied about like the movements of the stars and the planets, but even more than that. It's really cool, right? Last one is God. We'll be talking about God. The technical term is the study of metaphysics. So that's basically asking the questions of like, hey, is there something above like what we see and touch and feel? Is there more to life than our feelings or what we know or feel and sense to be true? If not, then what is it? Is there something outside? Is there not something outside? Okay, so those are the questions that deal with the question of, deal with the questions of God, right? Now, for the sake of understanding this, we have the world famous artist EJ who drew this for us along with some help from Jocelyn and Asher. P-E-T-D-O-G. Who noticed that before I even said it? So if you're thinking about Worldview, think about the pet dog, right? So I know it's lame, it's cheesy, but you'll remember it, I promise you. Maybe not, I don't know. Okay. So think about the pet dog when you're thinking about these things, okay? So it'll help you understand. So purpose, ethics, truth, destiny, origin, God. So after this lesson, we watched two music videos. And after each of the music videos, I asked them, I divided the whole group into 6 different groups. Each group take one question or one topic, and for them to basically analyze the worldview of the person who's singing the song. And man, it was so cool. It was so cool. The basic idea that I wanted to teach the kids was twofold. Number one, that every content, every music, every piece of art, whether it's a movie, music, whatever, is a product of a worldview. And the second thing that I wanted the kids to know is that what you see matters, but what you see with matters even more. That the quality of your life is determined by your worldview, how you see the world. Stoked. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, see you in the next part, I guess. Take care and God bless.